Hello everyone, good morning. Welcome to Explanation. So in this video tutorial I'll be continuing with my playlist data structure. So today is I think second video, and today we'll be discussing about types of data structure. Okay, so the topic is types of data structure. Okay, so as we know, in initial videos I discussed data structure can be like arrays, trees, linked list, stack, queues, etc. So all these can be classified on the basis of nature. Okay, so we can say it can be classified on the basis of nature, of size, second according to its occurrence, okay, third one is according to, like, it can be in the basis of primitive and non-primitive database, and fourth one, it can be on the basis of homogeneous and non-homogeneous, we can say. Okay, so if an exam, if they're asking you a question about write about the types of data structures, so you can write on the basis of primitive and non-primitive. Okay, so I'll be explaining all this in detail. So just for your knowledge, I'm explaining all four types on the basis of all four, but in exam you can explain on the basis of primitive and non-primitive. So going to the first, that is according to the nature of size. Okay, so on the basis of nature of size, we can classify this as static data structure and dynamic data structure. Okay, so static data structure is that a data structure is said to be static data structure if we store data only up to a fixed number. Okay, that is storing data only up to a fixed number. Okay, for example, if you have studied in C programming, if we initialize the size of array, okay, so it is fixed. We can store data only up to that size. Okay, so the example is array. Okay, so as the name tells, dynamic data structure, so it is a type of data structure in which it allows the programmer to change its size. Okay, that is, it allows us to change its size, okay, during, we can say, execution of program. Fine. So this one was not possible in static dynamic data structure. So for example of this can be linked list, okay, tree, graph, etc. Fine. So this was on the basis of nature of size. Now let's go to the second category, that is on the basis of occurrence, we can say OCCURRENCE, on the basis of occurrence. Okay, so on the basis of occurrence, again this can be divided into the two parts, that is linear data structure and non-linear data structure. Okay, so what is linear data structure? So in linear data structure, the data are stored in consecutive memory location, we can say. Okay, so consecutive means one after another. So every data has a unique successor and a unique predecessor, we can say. So let me write for you. So in linear data structure, what is the definition? Okay, data is stored in consecutive memory. Okay, if you don't know the meaning of consecutive, it means that one after another. Okay, that is, or we can say that is in the form of sequential form, we can say. Okay, so every element has, you can say, every element has a unique successor and predecessor. Okay, so if you know what is successor, so suppose this is my element, so after the element whatever comes, that is successor, and before the element whatever is there, that is called predecessor. Okay, so example of this linear will be linear data structure will be like array, okay, linked list, queue, stack, etc. Fine. So let's go to the second, that is non-linear data structure. So non-linear data structure it is. Okay, data is stored in non-consecutive. Okay, non-consecutive means not in sequential form. Okay, that is not one by one, or non-sequential we can say. Fine. So in what manner the data is stored? So it is stored in the form of hierarchical form we can say. Okay, in the form of parents and child. For example, tree, graph. Okay, here that is stored in the form of parent and child relationship, not in sequential form. Fine. So let me draw a tree for you for this category, that is on the basis of occurrence. We can draw it like in a tree form, that is if there is a data structure we have. Okay, so it will be divided into two parts, that is logical data structure and physical data structure we can say. Okay, so again this logical data structure will be divided into linear data structure and non-linear data structure. Okay, and this physical, it can be divided into int, float and char. So this is also called primitive data structure. Okay, so linear, again it is divided into list. Okay, so list is further divided into linear list and linked list. Okay, so again linked list it is divided into, further circular, singly linked list we can say, doubly linked list we can say, and circular we can say. Okay, so all this we are going to cover in this playlist. Linear list, it consists of array, stack and queue. Okay, so queue is further divided. Okay, so this all we will be studying. Non-linear linked list, if we will say, non-linear data structure if we will say, so it is divided into tree and graph. Fine. So this is on the basis of occurrence. Now, sorry for the disturbance, background disturbance. So third one, it can be divided into the basis of primitive and non-primitive. Okay, primitive and non-primitive data structure. Fine. So what is primitive? So this type of data structure, they are directly operated upon by machine instructions. Okay, so they are directly acted upon by machine instructions. So instructions we can say. So this is at primitive level. For example, if you have studied in C, float, int, char, all these are primitive data type. Okay, and non-primitive data structure. Okay, so they are not directly acted upon by machine instructions. For example, array, list, file, linked list, etc. Okay, so let me draw the structure for this on the basis of primitive and non-primitive, because it is similar to the previous one. So if I draw the structure for this, so we have data structure. Okay, and this one is divided on the basis of primitive data structure and non-primitive data structure. Okay, so primitive, as I told you, this is acted upon directly by the machine instructions. So the example will be integer, float, character and pointer, that we have already studied in C programming. And non-primitive, it will be divided in three parts, that is array, list and files. Fine. So list, again it will be divided into linear list and non-linear list. Okay, again this linear list, it will be divided into stack, queues, and non-linear list, it will be divided into graphs and trees. Fine, so this is one of the important question. If they are asked in the form of types of data structures, you can write this tree and you can explain it. Last one is on the basis of homogeneous and heterogeneous. So as I discussed earlier also, homogeneous means the data element are of same type. Okay, so fourth number we have. So homogeneous. So in this, what happens? The data elements are of same type. And in heterogeneous we can say, okay, the data elements are of different type. Okay, so I think you can give the example for now. So homogeneous means array, and heterogeneous means the data structure. You can say like graph, trees, etc. Fine. So if so let me diagrammatically make you clear about what it looks like. Okay, so array, it will be like this. Okay, we'll be storing the data like this. This is array. If your stack is there, so it is like this. Okay, so this is stack. Okay, if you have linked list, okay, so it will be like this. One element will be linked to another element. Fine. So here this is data and this is the address. We'll be discussing it later. Similarly, if queue is there, it is like this. Okay, so one end is called rear end. So here, from here the insertion takes place, and this is called the front end. So from here the deletion takes place. Okay, so this is our queue. This is our linked list. Similarly, if tree is there, so it is like in the form of parent and child relationship. Okay, so this is our tree. And if graph is there, so it is like this. Okay, so this is the example of graph, edges and vertices. So this is called our edge and this is called our vertices. So this is the example of graph. So we'll be studying about all these types in very detail. Okay. So if in exam they ask in a particular way, for example, write the primitive and non-primitive type on the basis of, so you have to write the particular way. But if they'll ask only write about the types of data structure, you can go for primitive and non-primitive type. Okay, so I hope you understand these types of data structures. So in next video I'll be covering the other topic. So stay safe and take care. Thank you.